Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be checking out the updates for the new scare zones, and then we're also going to be looking at the two new house announcements for Five Nights at Freddy's and the Wyatt 6. So it's been a minute. I haven't been here in a few days. It's been what, like 2-3 days, and I couldn't even go when they announced the two houses. It was an insane week, but we're back today to look at all those new updates. A lot to look forward to, so let's get started. And we're gonna be making our way over here to the beginning of Hollywood Boulevard. We already have some of the new sets up right over here with some doorways. So this is where the scare zone is gonna begin. You got the gate door right over here and with some bricks. But, I mean, not much else besides just a normal, gateway. Pretty exciting though. We get to see that one and the other one right over here too. Nothing really new with the other sets besides the lamp. I've never seen that one before. But other than that, nothing else really going on with this stage right over here. Same thing with this set over here, just the same poles, nothing else new. All right, so this one over here actually has some new things. Besides the poles, they got this little round table. But it's got like this thing on top. I'm not sure what exactly they're gonna be hanging up there, if anything, but it could definitely be used for the characters to interact with. So, I mean, that's cool to see. Not much else going on with this set as well. Nothing else was really added except, again, the poles. I don't know how many times I'm going to be saying that for each of these sets. And we're going to be checking out the new merch for the two new houses. If you guys didn't know, Five Nights at Freddy's and the Wyatt 6 are finally confirmed. The WWE, we pretty much knew was going to happen at some point. They kind of leaked it on Wikipedia for the Hollywood park. But Five Nights at Freddy's, I was like 50-50. At first, I really thought it was gonna be a house, but then there was like a panel at Spooky Empire that, was making it seem like it wasn't gonna be a house, like a different type of experience. It was really confusing, but thankfully we are getting a house, so that makes me super excited. Let me know if you guys are excited down in the comments. Also, we're gonna be heading over to the Five and Dime, but I kind of got carried away and I already got a few of the merch for Five Nights at Freddy's. So I got a shirt and then I got the puzzle piece along to go with my little calendar. For the Wyatt 6 though, I didn't get to see the puzzle piece. They did mention it's gonna be in Islands of Adventure, but for right now it's sold out at the Five and Dime. So we're probably gonna head over to Islands of Adventure to get one and then maybe show you guys around the store and see what we can find there. Also, I feel like it's great that I could just, actually show my face. I feel like most of the time I had sunglasses, but it's just super hot right now in the summer. And now, being early up in the morning, I could talk to you guys. I could see you guys. You guys could see me. I don't know if you guys want to see that though. And we also have Lisa Simpson all the way over there. She's the only character out right now. No one else is out besides her, but it's pretty cool. So now we got Five Nights at Freddy's and the Wyatt 6 right in the back too. Let me in. So here we just got the poster, but we have the final piece of this little frame right over here. So that is how it's gonna look completed. You guys could literally get the frame with all of the pieces already. And this is gonna be the shirt for Five Nights at Freddy's. In the back, just a regular Halloween Horror Nights logo. But it is gonna be $33. And they have all sizes so far, so they haven't run out. But like I mentioned before, no Wyatt 6, sad. And they still have a whole bunch of the rest of the merch available. You got the Jason stuff, the beginning with the Never Go Alone stuff, and then some Terrifier stuff.
How you doing, sir? Okay?
Doing great. And then don't forget, you still got the Fallout merch, which I'm still thinking if I should get that tumbler or not. So right now we're gonna just be heading down to Central Park. We're gonna make a whole circle around the whole park and see what's new. I heard they got the pumpkins up in the trees, so let's go check that out. Also, on the way over there, I do want to talk about the Five Nights at Freddy's house. Dude, it finally got announced. It was like the last house to be announced for the event, which is crazy because that's the first thing they teased and it was the last announcement they made. So, I don't know what took so long, but it better be really good if they kept it, all the way for last and hyped it up so much. But not many details surrounding the house just yet besides, the regular animatronics with Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, Foxy, the regular four. It's gonna be based off the movie though, so it's not gonna be based off the video game. Even though I'm pretty sure they'll have like Easter eggs here and there, for fans that like the video game, of course. But I think beyond that, I think all we really know is they're definitely gonna have a lot of puppets and maybe some animatronics in that house, which is exciting because I think that's the thing we're most looking forward to because they're animatronics to begin with. They have to be animatronics in the end. So I think exciting to see what they can do with that house. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna be mostly at Freddy Fazbear, like in the pizzeria. I don't think they'll go anywhere outside of that, besides like the first game, maybe the second. But I see it being mostly around the first game and the first movie, because that is where it takes place primarily. Dang, they have a lot of stuff going on over here since the last time we came. They finally added this crooked lane, which is the cat lady, which you see like just the little cats hanging by the 9. That's so cute. I do like the decorations I have over here posted against the fence with like fall leaves, pumpkins, you know, spooky Halloween stuff. They even have this over here with like a witch and a cat and a broom. A lot of cat stuff. You have this one right over here. Cat dressed up, another cat dressed up. They're literally all cats, even on top. And even the small details with like this skateboard over here, it looks pretty cool, pretty neat. Then over here, a little fixture, little cat, I guess, not ornament, cat statue. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. This is great. They have over here, it looks like they're gonna continue over here. It's the first one, and then over there they have like 2 more of these like book pages, I guess. So this is gonna be the first one here in the scare zone, where it says, deep in the forest on Halloween night, trick-or-treaters follow moonlight, the naughty children that dare to explore the old crooked lane. Along the forest floor, cat eyes and pumpkins line the dim trail to the cat lady's house, so withered and frail. That is epic. Oh, I didn't even notice it. I thought it was gonna be the same in the back, but they have a whole different art and piece of the story here in the back. So if you guys want to check it out, I'll leave it here just for you guys to read it. You can pause the video, check it out. But yeah, so all of them are different from front to back. I can already tell this whole scare zone is freaking amazing. There's like literally details everywhere you look. Like, it's hard for me to even go over all of them, but it's pretty immersive compared to what I've seen in other scare zones. They have a lot of props up. And there's some more over here, but I'm also gonna show you guys every single page. So here is another one, and you guys can read it if you guys would like. And here's another page, but it is all basically the same, front and back. Same from there, and then the same over here. So I don't know what's up, because this one right over here, we're gonna take a look at this one again. See how it's like, it's completely different from the beginning page. And also, I didn't realize this at first, it actually does have page 1 on it, and the other one over there had page 2 on it. So I'm wondering what it says on this one. Page 3. That actually is kind of confusing, that they have page 1 at the front, but then page 2 in the center, and then page 3 back at the front. It's like making you go through. So, I mean, they're probably gonna scare you like back and forth. So it's gonna be pretty hard to get away. Oh my God, I lie. Page 3 is actually over here at the end too. I don't understand the structure, but it's still a pretty neat detail. Never mind, I'm an idiot. So basically at the end over here, you'll be able to walk through this way and read the whole story. It's just 3 pages. And then from the other side, going through that direction, you'll also see the 3 pages as well. So it depends on the direction you're going, just to make it a little bit easier for you guys to follow. Honestly, didn't even realize how dumb that made me sound. So my bad on that, guys, but you guys see where they're going with the scare zone. Then we go over here to the other fixtures that were at the beginning from, I guess, the beginning of the updates. And they have these stained glass pieces on top, which I know they've been there for a minute. I'd never got to cover it though. And then over here is gonna be like a little mini maze where you just walk through, and I'm guessing the scare actors are for sure just gonna be hiding behind this little window. And they have several windows throughout. There are 1, 2, 3. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna have some fog effects going on, and that's gonna be awesome. Okay, I'm gonna start putting on my glasses because it is getting hot. But I do want to show you guys this picture. It's not Halloween Horror Nights related, but I think it's still pretty cool. This is for basically the Bad Guys 2 movie coming out August 1st. It's pretty cool. I thought it was a Halloween Horror Nights picture, and then I came up and I'm just like, oh wait, never mind. It is not gonna happen to Halloween Horror Nights. Imagine if it did though. Imagine Bad Guys at Halloween Horror Nights. That I don't think would sit well. I don't know. Maybe some people will like it, but not me. And we finally also have the pumpkins up on the trees. I feel like that's just tradition at this point to have pumpkins up on there, but it fits the whole neighborhood vibe going down the crooked lane. Apart from that, we also have this little, fixture over here with a planted tree. I think that is the only one, besides a few over here on the other side, that goes along with the little mini maze. But that's pretty much it on the outside. Everything else looks the same, guys. Even the stage. I hope they add a few more things to that stage. That'd be awesome. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be adding a whole house. Also, park just opened. It's summer. It's been crowded most of the day. But right now, it's empty. Also, if you guys haven't already, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe. It helps support the channel, and let me know what you guys are looking forward to from Halloween Horror Nights, whether it's the houses, the scare zones, maybe even the experiences like the Lagoon Show and Nightmare Fuel that's gonna be coming back. So let me know, guys. Also, I guess now is a better time than any to talk about the Wyatt 6 coming. It's the WWE house that, they announced along with Five Nights at Freddy's. But I'm not a big fan of WWE, so I don't really know what to expect from a Wyatt 6 group. I think I did like a little bit of research just based off some reels made on TikTok, but I don't know. I mean, I'm still excited. Just, a house is a house and it's gonna be fun, but I don't know what it's gonna be about. I don't know what to expect exactly. I will say though, they have the audacity to release 2 houses back to back on the same day, a day that I just, had work. I picked up on that day. So I was like, wow, they announced a house the day I picked up a shift and I was asleep and I couldn't even make time to go here. But, at least we got the house announcement. That's really all that really matters. And now over there where they had the construction going on for the bridge, I see a lot of more wooden planks already making up the middle part over here of the bridge. Everything else looks the same though from the end points, except this one. This one looks to be a little bit more constructed, so I'm not too sure. Also, walking over here for Nightmare Fuel, they already blocked out this whole section right here, so you can't get further in. But they have a Halloween Horror Nights sign right over there towards one of the entry points. So they're adding stuff. And I think they already see like a few curtains on the other side and a few, technical stuff, some Halloween decorations as well. I can't zoom in much with this camera, but right over here, this little section, they got some Halloween decorations up, circus themed. We're gonna be headed over to San Francisco. I hope there's some new things going on there, along with, Club Horror and I believe maybe Jason being potentially there. You could say down in the comments if that's officially where it is, because I have no clue. I haven't even looked at all the locations just yet. I just know where Fallout is at the moment and the Dollhouse. But let me know. I'm gonna make a separate video talking about, all the houses, the 10 houses, give you guys my top 10 in order from most anticipated to least anticipated, and talk about the locations. Okay. And nothing added here. Bummer. But I'm sure they're gonna add a few more things. Closer to opening. We still got a few weeks to go. But for right now, nada. And over here with the Palace Arcade, I'm pretty sure we already know it's gonna be a tribute store. It's not gonna be that FNAF rumor that we had going on a while back. So good to know about that as well. Now, I might be dumb, but I don't think I've ever seen this fixture here in this little New York area. So it's weird. I've never seen it. Has this always been here? I actually don't know. Let me know. Now, I did see some fixtures and sets up in the front of the park near Despicable Me. So we're gonna go ahead, check that out. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be awesome. So let's see. And Halloween Horror Nights aside, we have one look at Rip Ride Rocket, which is going to be closing on August 18th. So if you guys haven't ridden it yet, please do yourself a favor, ride it before it's gone. It's probably one of the most iconic attractions and definitely one of the most iconic scenery pieces for Universal. Starting over here in the back, you do have another set over here, which is going to be, I'm guessing, for the Origins of Horror scare zone. And there's a few more over here, which I'm going to show you guys right now. Okay, this is actually pretty dope. It's probably one of the most decorated pieces here. There's different flower glass up there, part of a tree grown into the house. But other than that, it's just gates. But it's pretty cool. There's definitely going to be something in here, scare actors coming out and about, but that's pretty cool to see. Same thing going on over here with the flowers on top, the gate, the tree in the center, but they also have these windows over here where I'm pretty sure the scare actors will pop out of if you're going from, I guess, in the back. But I don't know. A lot could, change. Over here, you also have another fixture. Nothing really much to add to it. Just a little platform, for the scare actors to go on. And then boom, another one. Now, those are all the sets updates, all the updates for the sets that I have for you guys right now. And we did talk about the 2 new house announcements for the week, which are the final 2. So no more house announcements. So we got that out of the way. I do want to talk about one certain thing though. Now, I do want to talk about how this year is very, very different. If you guys follow me on TikTok, I do talk about how the event is very popular this year. They have a lot of famous IPs with Terrifier, FNAF, Jason. You get the gist. A lot of good IPs. But it's also really strange because it's the most packed too, with 2 new experiences with Smells Dying and Club Horror. And then you also have the 2 shows with Nightmare Fuel, the Lagoon show, and then just stacked IPs and original houses. So this brings up a question about whether or not this is probably the best year for people to come in general. And I've been telling a lot of people, I've been telling my friends, I've been telling people at work, I've been telling a lot of people they should definitely go. And starting with the IPs with Terrifier, Jason, Five Nights at Freddy's, Fallout, you have something for everybody. So you have Fallout and FNAF for, even if you're a big fan of the TV show and you're a big fan of the movie, it's definitely, a lot of fans come from the video game, And so with those 2 properties, filling in, I guess the category for video games for those type of fans is amazing. And they're huge properties as well. FNAF isn't like a small property. And here's the thing, I don't think a lot of people realize how big the community is for FNAF. It's huge. Even Friday the 13th has a big community, especially with the new film that they're coming out with. I think it's called Sweet Revenge. It was kind of dumb. It was kind of like a commercial for beer. And they're making a new video game for it, but that's besides the point. Big community for Five Nights at Freddy's, for Friday the 13th. It's very interesting how packed this year is. And I say that a lot. And with the video game side already being covered, you have Terrifier, which is definitely for the horror fans out there, because Terrifier is a big horror icon now in recent memory. It's one of the few most popular ones, especially with Terrifier 2 being such a big hit, and then Terrifier 3, following it up and making even more money. It's insane how popular it's gotten with all the little animatronics and all the decoration they had over for Halloween last year from Spirit Halloween. It's amazing. It's pretty cool. And it's also pretty unique, is because I'm a big horror person. I love all the original, I guess, IPs, classic IPs, Friday the 13th, Michael Myers, you name it, Chucky. But when you talk about Terrifier, it's big. And it's very unique for its sense of gore in the movies. It's very shock and awe. It's very, very bloody, very, very gory. And so implementing that into a house, which they quoted being that it's gonna be one of the scariest houses, it could be something really, really special. And the fact that you have a dry and a wet path even makes it even more special. So with the Terrifier franchise being unique as it is, I think the house itself also has to be unique, if you know what I mean. And then with Jason also in the mix for the horror category, he's a big IP. So even him being in there, it's great. So now you have 2 big horror icons. You have 2 big video games. I'd even mention about Fallout, how Fallout is also a big game, big franchise. Didn't really get to play most of it, but the TV show's also been pretty popular. Anyways, I'm probably rambling on about this way too much. I just think it's really cool. And if you guys even see this video, these are very good reasons why you should come to Halloween Horror Nights this year. So you have those 2 video game franchises, then you have those 2 big horror icons, and then you have WWE, which in my opinion, I feel like it's the least exciting, at least for me. I'm not a big WWE fan, so that speaks to it. But you also have something for, wrestlers, wrestling fans. So you have a lot going on for this. It's insane. And obviously we can't forget about the original houses that Universal comes up with, because they are very unique as well, especially with the whole, I think, what was it, Norse mythology house that you have going on. And then dolls are very, very popular. Those are always one of the most fun houses to go into with a lot of friends. A lot of friends have fears for dolls. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. And then, sorry, a lot of music going on the other side. But even talking about the scare zones and how immersive it's going to be, I'm out of breath talking. But the scare zones are going to be so immersive. Even looking at right today at the cat lady on Crooked Lane, so much detail in that scare zone. It's insane. I keep saying insane, but it's really cool. It's really cool to see that they're putting so much effort into these scare zones, into these houses, especially for a year that's not really an anniversary year. And I don't know if it has to do with the fact that HHN has been, at least for me in my own eyes and from the people I've talked to, has been declining in popularity since, you know, last year's event. Last year's event, I don't think was as special as the previous ones before that. And it just kept going down here for a lot of people. But I feel like they're trying really hard this year to maintain that reputation and continue forward, you know, with better houses, especially now that Epic is open and the detail and immersion in that park is at such a high standard that now Universal has to meet that high standard with Halloween Horror Nights and whatever new attractions and lands they might put out in the future. And one very special point that I don't see a lot of people talking about, it's talking about the two shows and the two new experiences. So you have the Lagoon Show, which is a fan favorite from 2022 that's returning. And then you also have Nightmare Fuel, which obviously fan favorite for a lot of people. Can't wait to see it. And then you have the two new experiences with Mel's Die-In, and you have Club Horror. So two other unique experiences. And with that, I feel like even if you're scared of houses, and I tell this to a few people, even on TikTok, that if you're scared of houses and you don't really want to be scared in that type of way, you could definitely just go through the scare zones, enjoy those scare zones for what they are. And then you also have, you know, the two shows, Nightmare Fuel and the Lagoon Show, and then you also have Club Horror and Mel's Die-In to enjoy on the side of that. So I feel like you just have so much going on for people, you know, of different taste is what I'm trying to say. Also, I mean, you have the foodies. I'm a big bag. So you got a whole bunch of booths coming out. You know, they always do good with the food. So it's very interesting to see what they're going to be doing with that later on. But I mean, they haven't announced anything yet. They haven't shown anything yet. But when they do, I'll try to cover it on the channel and on my TikTok. So stay tuned for that. But I do think that's where we're going to cut the video. It's been rambling on for way too long. Sorry about that, but it is going to be a very good year. But if you guys haven't already, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, help support the channel, show some love. And hopefully we make it to 100 subscribers pretty soon. I think I'm like 4 away. So it's not even that much, but it's really cool to be doing this. So, and I'll definitely be here tomorrow talking about the houses a little bit more in detail and, you know, talking about the locations for the houses as well. So stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys in the next one.